Hi, my name is Gavin Dixon, and I'm here to talk to you about the Assembly of God's history, mission, and governance. So, what exactly is a Pentecostal? The very term paints a plethora of both good and bad thoughts and definitions among many people today. Look up the term and you'll find a wide array of pictures and videos and thoughts, and many of which are founded on a misunderstanding of the actual term or what's actually happening. So, that brings me back to what is a Pentecostal? And what is the connection of Pentecostal with the Assemblies of God? Well, the term Pentecostal is relatively new, but its definition has its foundation in the book of Acts. See, throughout church history, there are documented examples of the Holy Spirit moving in supernatural ways, just like he did for the men in Acts. So, for example, in the 1700s, John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, was not personally given to enthusiastic religion, but yet described followers of Christ who claimed dreams, visions, healings, and revelations as real scriptural Christians. And in 1796, a Lutheran revivalistic movement in Finland known as the Awakened began with a sudden outpouring of the Holy Spirit, and it was accompanied by such observable signs as visions and glossolalia. Also in the late 1700s and into the 1800s, the Russian Orthodox charismatic leader Seraphim of Sarov asserted that the goal of the Christian life is the reception of the Holy Spirit. And to this day, Sarov is remembered as having the gift of healing. These are just a few of the multiple accounts of individuals who have experienced God's supernatural move through the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. So this leads us to 1905. And William J. Seymour, who was a student of the well-known Pentecostal preacher Charles Parham. Seymour was the interim pastor for a small holiness church in Topeka, Kansas. His preaching, which includes speaking in tongues, was the first biblical evidence of the inevitable infilling of the Holy Spirit, and his teaching was met with opposition. But ultimately, it led to the regular gathering of a small group to pray for receiving the Holy Spirit. Miraculously, after only 3 days, group members began speaking in tongues, and news quickly spread, leading to the Azusa Street Revival in 1906. The Azusa Street Revival was probably the most well-known of the earliest centers of Pentecostalism in North America. It was also the source of the first wave of Pentecostal missionaries. And this revival turned a localized and insignificant new Christian sect into the international movement that sent workers to more than 25 nations within 2 years. Nearly 13,000 churches in the U.S. with over 3 million members and adherents. There are more than 86 million Assemblies of God members worldwide, making the Assemblies of God the world's largest Pentecostal denomination. So in 1918, the headquarters was established in Springfield, Missouri. And there were multiple ministry initiatives were born. These initiatives were formed as part of the Assemblies of God commitment to fulfilling the fourfold mission of evangelizing the lost, worshiping God, discipling believers, and showing compassion. They led the Assemblies of God to create a missionary department in 1919, the Women's Missionary Council in 1925, and the Home Mission and Education Department in 1937. In 1944, the Speed of the Light was formed to support missionaries and inspire young people to seek missions. And in 1949, the BGMC was created to reach the world's children with the love of Jesus and to develop a heart of compassion in kids. Chi Alpha Student Ministries was formed in 1953 to disciple college students in the Bible and the Holy Spirit as they prepare to enter the workforce. Today, churches within the Assemblies of God operate under both a district and national structure. And districts oversee the ministries of these in their areas, such as camps and outreaches, and provides ministry opportunities and avenues of fellowship for ministers and the constituents. And in 2022, when the Assemblies of God announced the collaborative effort of the World Assemblies of God to engage in the greatest work of evangelism, discipleship, and the church planting the world has ever seen, and it would be known as the MM33. The new initiative seeks to form 1 million churches by 2033 and celebrate the 2000th anniversary of Jesus' resurrection. We look forward to seeing what else God has in store for His children and the Assembly of God family.